Leave your comments on the Ask Reddit sub, and I'll read your answers on the next episode of LWIAR. Men and women of Reddit who caught their significant others cheating. How did you do that? And what was your reaction? June 1st, 2018. Normal day. A Friday. My husband had kissed me goodbye and gone to work. I was cleaning the house for company who was coming to stay the weekend. The doorbell rang. There was a man at my door who introduced himself as the husband of a woman who my husband worked with. He was there to tell me that my husband and his wife were having an affair. He had busted them about 6 months prior and had told his wife that she had to end the affair. He thinks that she did end it, but for about 3 months. But then they started up again. When he found out they were at it again, he called my husband, because he knew if he confronted him in person, he'd be in a jail cell for what he'd have done. On the phone, he told my husband to leave his wife alone or else he would come and tell me everything that was happening. Apparently, my husband thought that he was bluffing. So I was literally the last to know. My husband never came home again. He got an Airbnb and a lawyer. The divorce was December 21st, 2018. We had been together for 24 years. Still hurts. Out of all the comments, this one really takes the cake. I'm so sorry. Rough. Glad you made it. Many people crumble under these things. You are a strong soul. 24 years, then to just throw it all away. This is the most heartbreaking one I read. I hope you are doing well. And don't think about the scumbag too much. I hope he ended up like Marty in True Detective S1. Old, alone and eating microwave dinners every night. All because he wanted to sleep around. I don't know, what are people really throwing away? Years of secrets, lies, deception, abuse out of 24 years. How many good years does anyone really have with a known liar and cheater? God, thank you for saying this. You are so right and I needed to hear this. What have I really lost? Mine was only 10 years. Still a long time to flush down the toilet though. On the other hand, the longer I would have waited, the more time inevitably lost to abuse, lies and cheating. I like to think of life as chapters. Some are better than others. Sometimes you have new characters. Sometimes you lose them, but it's still your book. I don't see it as time wasted. You have to focus on yourself and think about everything you experienced in that chapter. What you did, how much you learned, how much you grew. Bad experiences suck, but they help make us who we are. Life is truly a journey. It's not all about making the right moves. It's about you and your experiences. So you take what you learned, and move on to the next chapter, better prepared for what lies ahead. My ex and I used to share a computer. She was getting messages from her first boyfriend. I didn't bother reading them, because I figured he was just saying hi or wanted to know where she was in life now. A couple of months later, I'm on the computer, and she insisted that she log out while I'm there. Okay, things feel weird here. Another couple of days pass, and she wants to visit her parents. Okay, cool. I keep the kids and she goes off. I get a call from one of my buddies who works at a hotel where my ex and I are both from saying my wife just checked in with another guy. So long story short, divorced her. Frick you Stephanie. Edit fixed a word. Edit 2. I've been trying to reply and upvote everyone, but I gotta take a break. It's been fun. I'll reply and upvote the rest when this isn't relevant anymore. Frick you Stephanie. Frick you Stephanie. Frick Stephanie, I'd buy your buddy a beer. He did you a solid. Done many times since then. Good job. It was a brotel hotel. Edit www.reddit.com. Holiday Inn. Helping his bro catch the B word in the act must have felt really sweet. Nice to have a bro check in. Good thing he didn't get a late check out of that relationship. I don't understand how people can choose to cheat on the person they had children with. People like that are garbage cowards. Life is better now though. It's hard to let you be mad when things have improved so drastically. How has it improved? Good on ya, man. I mean, I don't have to deal with the things I had to deal with before. I have majority custody of my kids. And butterfly effect stuff. I'm with the most caring person I could ever imagine. She's taken my kids on as if they were her own and they needed that. I read your comment right now as I'm sitting next to my 2 teens wondering why their mom is now across town with another man only days after their dad and her split up amicably. I still wake up in sweats now 8 months later thinking about how shocked and devastated I am. Trying to keep the confused kids happy at the same time while their mom barely sees them and acts like all of this is normal. Edit. I just wanted to leave my knee-jerk comment to the above. But you all have given me deeper faith in humanity today. Thanks to you all. I'm no saint. I certainly am deeply flawed, but would have done anything to better myself to keep the family together and keep her love. Hang in there, man. Been there. I feel for you. It gets better. You will get stronger. Be there for your kids and make them your top priority. And take care of yourself. Much love. Thank you. Everybody tells me that, but I ironically miss her, miss our family together, and cry a lot still. I hope to FCK it gets better. And for the kids who love her but don't have her in their lives, but for the occasional FaceTime with painted on smiles. I caught my wife after she passed away from cancer. Worst feeling ever. Caught between unending love, mourning and absolute anger. Wow man, that is freaking tragic. Please tell me you're seeking help with working through that ocean of emotions. I smoked a pack of cigarettes a day and smoked weed every chance I could, and I was on prescription for hydrocodones that I started to abuse. I was on I didn't give a frick about anything phase that lasted a good while. A lot of times I didn't want to be around anymore. My family, friends and God are what pulled me through the worst of it. It's been 3 years since she passed and I'm the only one who knows about her other life. I didn't ruin her name to her friends or family but my image of her is forever shattered. I did forgive her eventually and I am now living with my girlfriend and I'm happy again. That's incredibly strong and selfless of you to preserve her image for her family. I'm very happy to hear you're in a great place now. That's good to freaking hear, man. Goddamn. That sounds like some tough things you went through. I wish you and your close ones the best. How did you find out? Her phone that she was overly protective of is how I found out. A week before she passed her and I took the passwords off her phone so I could respond to her texts and take care of her business. After she passed, maybe a week or two after, I explored her phone and found numerous texts, emails and sexting. How the hell did she find the time and energy while dying from freaking cancer? I'm so sorry, but I did read your other comments and I'm glad you're doing better these days. I'm just like, but how? She didn't know she had cancer. From day of diagnosis it took 2 months for the cancer to take her. That's incredibly frightening. I'm so sorry about all of it. This is almost word for word how the convo went. Me. You sleeping with so-and-so her. Yay me. Want a divorce. Her. Kinda me. Okay, I'll file tomorrow. This is the saddest comment I've read in this thread so far. I agree. Imagine what presumably was once a loving and passionate relationship getting so whittled down. There isn't even anger left. Just apathy. I like how simple that went. Sometimes it's just done, you know, but I'm curious, was it really as short as it sounds? Like neither of you make it worse? Oh yeah, it was a super civil conversation. We were just both at a point where we were just tired. Let's just rip a band-aid off and get it over with. I want to say congrats. I feel like that's so hard to do but easy at the same time. It also always makes me wonder, if you can be civil about cheating and divorce, why can't you be civil enough to move towards divorce before you've cheated? I know it's a touchy subject for some people and that they cheat to force it. But if you can be an adult, why not go the whole way? Maybe I'm failing to empathize here, I just really don't get it. I think the simplest answer is that most people coming out of a long-term relationship just don't want to be alone. I'm with you though. I'd much rather end one relationship, especially physically, before moving on to someone else. But also saying this as someone who's broken up with 2 cheaters before. Went for my yearly checkup and tested positive for chlamydia. Turns out my ex was sleeping around. Edit. Apparently false positives are common with these types of tests, so have yours tested as well. I hope you're in a relationship where you can openly talk about such things. This happened to me, too. Then my ex faked a doctor's note with the words negative, yet he was still prescribed antibiotics. Just in case. Little did I know that everyone and their mom advise us to never take antibiotics unless you really need them. Also, the condom in his wallet was missing but he insisted he used it with me. I was on the pill. Edit to clarify. I live in BC. Canada, and my experience with doctors and walk-in clinics is they seldomly prescribe you meds unless you have a confirmed diagnosis. It's extremely inconvenient, but let's say I come in with suspected strep. I'll have to take a test, wait for the results, and then make a second appointment to pick up a prescription if the results are positive. Just wanted to share this lovely gem of a PSA regarding antibiotics. U2.be. What a dumb excuse for the missing condom. Coulda just said he threw it out because it was old and didn't need it anymore because Op was on the pill. We got married when I was 17, and he was 21. He was shipping off to sea, and I was escaping a bad home life. When he came back after his deployment, he wasn't the same person anymore. After about 6 months, he gained weight on purpose to fail his physicals so he'd get kicked out of the Navy. Fast forward a year, I'm working full-time, and he is sitting at home, watching anime and drinking during the day, and telling me that he was applying to jobs. I was applying to universities when my laptop died on me. I asked to use his to finish an app, and while doing so a message popped up on his FB. A topless pic of his ex. From her. I was shocked and opened it to find that they'd been dating for a long time. Started again while he was at sea in the Navy. He would talk to her and never to me, saying that he never got the time to email. She had sent him a pic because he had said how he missed having big tits like hers to play with, and how mine were just too small, so he felt like he was freaking a boy or a child. I confronted him. He made a bunch of pitiful excuses. I had my friends come to the house that day and kick him out while I went to work. He then stalked me for the next few years, and made posts on his FB about how I was a coward. He sent emails and called from blocked numbers to tell me that a restraining order is just a piece of paper, or that our vows before God made me his property, and crap like that. Then he bought a gun, and started telling our friends that if he can't have me, no one can. I ended up talking to our friends, and told everyone conflicting information about where I was going, and moved states. I deleted all my personal social media accounts and lived in fear for years, watching him continually make memes about how he loved his wife and would do anything for her. It took 8 years for me to finally get the divorce from him. If he can't have me, no one can. My mom had a BF like that. I used to have a mom. He killed her 11 days before I turned 6. Ladies, especially young vulnerable ladies, if a man ever talks like that to you, please believe him. Jesus, I am so sorry you had to go through that. Freak, that dude's so hard. Mooching off you while insulting you to this bimbo desperate enough to date a married man. I hope he's leaving you alone now. Holy hell, I hope you're okay. Thanks. It definitely scarred my idea of relationships as it was my first real one. But I'm way happier now. And I know my worth. And I know to be wary of the red flags early. People who get fooled into helping spouses cheat on their partners. I feel bad for them too. Damn. I hope you're in a better place now. What a freaking scumbag. How did she react to you telling her you were still married? It's genuinely so nice that you two could respect each other. Too many people get caught up in anger towards the other woman, man, rather than anger towards their cheating partner. I caught my ex sexting a chick and telling her how he missed her on my birthday. I was young at the time and reacting with crying and yelling. If it ever happened now, I would just get up and leave. No point in trying to mend the relationship because it's near impossible to gain the trust that was lost. Edit. Spelling error edit. Thanks for the award. It's really sad how many people have gone through this same experience. I hope all of you are in a better place now. Same crap happened to me and did the same. More so cried and for some reason wished he'd begged and pleaded to make things better. He didn't that day and I left. Fast forward 2 weeks and he was begging for me back. Got back together 2 months later only for it to end a couple weeks later. As you said, once the trust is gone, it's never the same. What a bro. For real, it was clearly the right thing to do, but people underestimate how hard it is to do it. In fairness, you have no way of knowing how the cheated on person will take it. There are so many stories of people trying to do the right thing but the cheater shoots the messenger instead of being mad at the cheater. Thanks for watching LWIAR. The best of recent r/AskReddit submissions and comments. If you like this video, check out LWIAR too. And don't forget to like and subscribe.